Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Hall of Fame, legend, multiple world champion, Big George Foreman, gave his thoughts and weighed in on Olympic bronze medalist, undefeated WBC American heavyweight champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Dramatic knockout victory, 7th round over once beaten heavyweight Cuban southpaw Luis King Kong Ortiz. And of course, George Foreman was asked if Deontay Wilder is the hardest puncher he's ever seen in the sport of boxing. Is he a harder puncher than that of the legend, Iron Mike Tyson? George Foreman had this to say, quote, he said, no, he's not the hardest puncher. He don't punch harder than Mike Tyson. He stated that, he says Mike Tyson, he said he had a lot more to prove. He said Mike Tyson's victory over Trevor Burbank, was very impressive. He says once he gets one of those under his belt, he says that then I could put him in that conversation. He says, but no, he's not in that conversation of the hardest punchers ever. Even with a 95 to 97% knockout rate, he's knocked out every person he's faced or knocked them down. Only person that got up, and made it to the 12th round was that of Tyson Fury. Bermane Stiverne made it to 12 rounds, but Bermane Stiverne was knocked out in the rematch. So he's actually faced and knocked out everybody he's faced except Tyson Fury. George Foreman also said that he don't believe in rematches. He said rematches don't count. He said unless you lose. If you lost the fight and you reinvent yourself and you come back and you win the fight, then that counts. He says, but if initially you won the first fight, going into another rematch doesn't count, especially when you knock the guy out. He says, but in the same token, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder could be one of the greatest heavyweight fights in the history of the sport of boxing. So he says that, that's a mega fight. And that fight could propel him into that conversation. He says because he didn't ultimately knock out Tyson Fury and it ended in a draw. So knocking Tyson Fury out, who's a high profile heavyweight, he says that could ultimately propel him into that conversation and surpass Mike Tyson as the hardest puncher. But he needs to see it with better opposition. My thoughts is this. We saw Deontay Wilder drop and nearly knock out Tyson Fury. He knocked Luis King Kong Ortiz out twice, and George Foreman thing is that he already knocked out Ortiz the first time. So doing it again the second time truly doesn't have any bearings on propelling him into the next level when it comes to Mike Tyson and Ernie Shavers and guys of that nature, because they did it with higher profile opponents. So I understand where George Foreman is coming from as far as the rematch with Ortiz, but Luis Ortiz is a very, very dangerous fighter. And there was a lot of controversy, and Ortiz nearly had Deontay Wilder out on his feet in the 7th round. So, with that said, I feel like, George Foreman is, from that angle, I don't agree with him, should I say. Because I believe that Ortiz is a highly dangerous opponent. He's one of the upper echelon of the heavyweight division currently. But George Foreman did say, it's like test tasting vanilla or chocolate ice cream. He said, I don't want to test Mike Tyson's power or Deontay power. He said that would put me in a bad position. So, he said that he definitely believes that Deontay Wilder could do it against Tyson Fury, and he believes that could be one of the greatest heavyweight fights in the history of the sport of boxing. I have to agree with George Foreman. I think that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is going to be epic. I think that it'll definitely propel him in the next stratosphere as far as in the upper echelon is in the history. He's already in the upper echelon and currently, but in history with the Mike Tysons. And I already think he's currently in the conversation, because I think that he's the hardest puncher in the sport of boxing history has ever saw. That's just my opinion. I personally think that he's a harder puncher than Mike Tyson. You know, so, you know, I can't wait February to see how this fight plays out with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. I'm truly excited because of the threat that Tyson Fury possesses. You know, he has the boxing ability. He's has a high ring IQ. He has a herky-jerky style. You know, he has a high boxing IQ. So, you know, the first fight, you know, had a lot of dramatics and flares. And I believe the second fight is going to be even more dramatic. You know, I think that Deontay Wilder is going to be more patient. I think that he's going to hone in on Tyson Fury and close the show. Then everybody's going to, you know, that's going to truly put him on the map. Undoubtedly, right? Because a lot of people feel like Tyson Fury is the best in the division. I don't currently think that, you know, but there's a lot of people that felt like Tyson Fury won the first fight. So with that said, I can't wait to see it happen the second time. But do I think that Deontay Wilder is a harder puncher than Iron Mike Tyson? I do. I think that Mike Tyson was an accumulation puncher. I think that guys had a lot of fear already going into the fight. I think that the fear factor that Mike Tyson had, Deontay Wilder doesn't possess. I think that people feel like they have a chance to beat Deontay Wilder because his lack of skill, quote unquote, that's always being brought up when his name is being brought up and attached to his name. So people feel like they could outbox Deontay Wilder. People didn't feel like they could outbox Mike Tyson. There wasn't really a chink in the armor on the surface that was obvious. With Deontay Wilder, people feel like he doesn't have the amateur background. He started late in the sport. He gets wild. He gets overzealous. They feel like they could outbox him. So people feel like they have a chance if they could just stay away from his power. That wasn't the case with Mike Tyson. The aura of Mike Tyson was much thicker, and people felt they were already intimidated. Now people fear Deontay Wilder's power, but they feel like they have a chance because they feel like they can outbox him as long as they can stay away from his power. Mike Tyson, it was a little different. But I personally feel like, so I feel that guys were already beaten before they even stepped in the ring with Mike Tyson. I think that Deontay Wilder has one punch knockout power that we've never witnessed. And I truly believe that Deontay Wilder is the harder puncher over Mike Tyson. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.